Okie dokie. Ho ho. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Red here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to a car boot, and then I'm going game hunting in Ipswich. So we're going to pawn shops, CEX, Retro Realm, and obviously the car boot beforehand. So I hope to get some good pickups. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be on our way. So here we are after a long trip to Ipswich, and in the first charity shop I actually got my first pickup, which was a PSP ATV Off-Road Fury game, which is pretty cool for £1. I ain't going to complain for a complete in-box PSP game for £1. Then I got a Olympic game on the Wii for 50p. Again, this is a sort of thing that I'm not going to complain for the price. Then we went to Cash Exchange in Ipswich, and this is a really good pawn shop. They had some amazing retro stuff, and today wasn't even their best day. They have had some really good other stuff as well. I bought my box Game Boy Color from here. This Omega Boost on the original PlayStation, I actually traded into them because my granddad actually bought it for me for 20p from a charity shop he paid, and I really didn't want it, and I said, is it alright if I trade in and get something I do want? And he said, yeah, that's fine. So they gave me, I think they gave me £30 trade in. They obviously they're trying to sell it for 60, but this was absolutely months ago, so good luck shifting that for 60. It is complete with a manual, I do know that, but I still think they're going to have trouble shifting it. In this cabinet, they had lots of loose stuff. I didn't look here that much. At the bottom there is an Only Fools and Horses tin, which I thought was pretty cool. I did see this Wario Land on the GBA, but I really want that one boxed. And some cool Vita stuff, which you don't normally see. Along with an insane amount of Mario Brothers on the Wii, which is just mad. There must have been like 8 copies stacked up there. This was one of my pickups that I filmed here, and that is Sonic Unleashed on the Xbox 360. £4 is actually a really good price for this complete in-box. Here we are in CEX, and I thought I'd film the Wii U and GameCube selection. Didn't actually buy anything Wii U today, which was a shame. There was nothing that stood out to me that I needed. But I did buy a couple of bits off the GameCube selection, which I will show you in a second once we move down. Here we are. I had a lot of stuff here, but again, there's just like a lot of the stuff here I already had. But yeah, I did buy this F1, not FIFA Street, F1 Challenge, because I do love F1 games. And also I bought this purely, well, I won't tell you now, but I bought it for quite a clever reason, which I'll show you back at the games room. But yeah, a really good GameCube selection here in Ipswich. Luckily, this F1 game had the manual. Woohoo! This has got to be the biggest Xbox and Xbox 360 selection I've ever seen. I just could not believe how many games there were. I think it's just, perhaps it just looks like a lot of them were facing out. But yeah, cool to see a selection this big. I like that GTA double pack there. I thought that was in really good condition as well. And I did a quick pan of the store while there was nobody else about. I do collect these Simpsons box sets if you didn't know, but there was nothing here I needed today. Here we are looking at the PS2 selection, and this, again, is a massive selection. I'd highly recommend the CEX Ipswich store. They are just got such a good selection of most consoles. Here I am looking in the glass cabinet, and I did see some really cool stuff in here. I didn't actually get anything out of it, but there was some cool stuff. Here's their PS1 selection, a lot of platinum stuff. Pokemon Stadium on the N64 was really nice in the box. And lots of other good stuff, including the Metroid trilogy, which is something I really want to get at some point. That was in good condition as well. Already got Tetris DX, which is pretty cool. Here they had this nice gold Wii U controller. I think that would have come with the GoldenEye pack. And Conker's Bad Fur Day there. Over £100 for unboxed. And this copy of Pokemon Silver, which I actually traded in if you didn't see my... It's called Game Boy and Pokemon at the Carboot. But yeah, this is their Switch and PS4 selection, and I think we had a really good stop off at this CEX, bought a nice couple of bits, and got a good voucher as well for me to spend on stuff in the future. Here I am in another charity shop, and I didn't get nothing out here. These games were a little bit overpriced and, to be honest, rubbish. Along with the most shovelware and often game I see, iToy Play on the PS2, and it was platinum. It don't really get much worse than that. Here we are in another charity shop, and I did see quite an interesting game I did decide to pick up, and that's Hasbro Family Game Night. For £2, this is just a fun compilation of games to have on a disc whenever you fancy playing them. Now, you'll know more about this than me, all these random collectibles. I thought I'd film it because I thought people like it. I don't know what I'm looking at here. But I knew these were sort of cool things to see in charity shops, and I did know about the Halo thing. Another few games here, and I do collect Game of the Year editions for games, but I just don't like Call of Duty, so I wasn't fussed about that. Black Ops, again, doesn't trade in for nothing on the PS3, and a couple of PC games. Here I am in the retro realm in Ipswich, and this is a really good gaming shop. I'd highly recommend coming here if you haven't already. They kind of sell games, sort of anything retro and anything nostalgic is kind of what they sell. I mainly film the games because I'm mainly a gaming channel, but there is also other bits and pieces that you might want to have a look at while you're here. The owner, Scott, is a really nice guy. If you haven't already, please go over to his YouTube channel, Sega Zombie, because he's actually subscribed to my channel. I'm subscribed to his channel. But yeah, if you haven't already, do go over. He doesn't upload very often, but he does upload some good videos about the shop and his collection. He collects Sega, and he's got hundreds of Sega games. But yeah, here I am just looking through their PS1 collection. This is actually a really good section. I don't normally see ones that big for the PS1, so that was really cool to see. 3DS, again, there's quite a lot of 3DS stuff, which you don't... It's like, why isn't 3DS more popular when it came out, I say. I bought my 2DS at launch. Here we have Ultimate NES Remix. I did look at that, but that was the NTSC version, unfortunately, because it was only £30. It would have been a lot cheaper than, like, CEX. I think it's more like 40 to 45 in CEX. And here's the GameCube section. If I hadn't have bought some of these at the Carboot the week before, I probably would have bought some of them, but never mind. This was that other glass cabinet, obviously themed more around Sega and that sort of thing. Now, I did have a look at some of the stuff in here, and I did actually buy one of these Game Boy Advance games in the box, which is actually a really good deal, actually, so yeah, I was really pleased with that. Here was some of their boxed consoles. My dad really liked this boxed original Master System in the box, with the light phaser as well. It was incredible. Here we are at cash converters, and this was not great, this one, I'm going to be honest. I was tempted with something that I'm about to show you now. Skyward Sword on the Switch. This was £25. I wasn't tempted because like I like it, I was just tempted because it was like such a good deal. And also this Genesis game here which my dad was looking at. But, you know, it's literally, this was only £2, but it was on Genesis, and it was baseball. So yeah, we did decide to leave this one behind, but cool if you want it for only £2. They have loads of other games in here as well. Didn't have time to film them today, but maybe in the future. This is their other selection. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm going to talk about the stuff I bought back at the games room now. So I just got back from our game hunting day, and just wanted to show you what I picked up for the collection. Sorry, my hair's a bit wet, but we also went swimming while we were out. So the first two things are a bit random. My mum went in a shop that was closing down, sort of like a B&M kind of shop, and they had these two Starlink figures, and these were only 50p each. And I know nothing about Starlink. I guess it's kind of similar to Star Fox. But yeah, for 50p each, I don't know who these people are or what. I don't know anything, but 50p each, I just think they were pretty cool to grab. The next thing was in a charity shop. You'll see the footage, and that is Hasbro Family Game Night. Now, this used to be a bit more trading in CEX, so I'm quite glad it doesn't trade in, because these are just quite nice games to sit down and play with friends. That's only £2 as well. It's only £3 in CEX, I think. I'll stick a screenshot up. Then we went to a pawn shop called Cash Exchange, and I got PSP Worms Open Warfare. As you can see, £2 with like the massive bold sticker. That is complete. I do like the Worms games. I also really like the artwork on a lot of them as well. The next thing was also from the Carboot, and that is this really cute Diddy Kong small plush. Now, I'm not really sure what the year this is from, because look at his hat covering his eyes. It's got no year on the tag, and I have a bit of a question mark that I wonder if you could help me out with. He is official Nintendo, it's obviously official, you can see by the tag, but the hat seems a bit off to me. If you look at the edges, they don't quite meet up, and also, if you look really close, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it actually says Ninlendo, not Nintendo. There's no cross on the T. So yeah, really confused, but he was only £2 off like a massive gaming store. The rest of the games were like really expensive, but yeah, he was only £2, and I was really pleased to add him to my collection. I do have quite a lot of Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong plushies, so yeah, he's going to be added to that stack. The next thing is Sonic Unleashed on the Xbox 360. Now this was £4, so this is actually £8 in CS, which is really cool. I've got this on the Wii, but I haven't got it on 360, and it probably a bit better graphics on the 360, but to be honest, I probably would play it on the Wii because I prefer Nintendo, but I just couldn't leave it there for £4, complete with the manual. The next thing on the PS2 is Speed Kings. This was only £1, I just really like the look of it. And if you look on CEX, there's only like 5 or 6 copies of this in stock in the whole of CEX. So it's obviously quite a rare game, which is pretty cool. Next thing was another PS2 game. Just a Olympic game on the PS2. I love these Olympic games. It's only 50p in a charity shop, so I couldn't pass that up. Next things, these were Carboot. So I got, hang on, just looking. Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, actually, the Carboot stuff's kind of out of order. I got all my stuff in a pile, and I'll show you the rest of the Carboot stuff later. But just really cool to see GameCube stuff at the Carboot. As you can see, very bad handwriting, but £5. Someone wrote on it. It hasn't got the manual, unfortunately, so I will be looking out for the manual. But this is, I think this is like an £8 game in CEX, so I'll stick a screenshot up, obviously. But yeah, I'm definitely wanting to keep this in my collection. I've actually got it disc only, and I've got the other two Need for Speeds. But yeah, really needed this one for my collection. This next up isn't Carboot. I got this, sadly American, ATV Off-Road Fury on the PSP, complete with a manual for £1 in a charity shop. I don't see PSP stuff very often. I don't know. You have to let me know if you do, but I don't see PSP stuff very often. Next, we have, this was from CEX, GameCube F1 Career Challenge. Now, I absolutely love driving games. I watch all the rallies, all the touring cars, all the Formula 1. So yeah, complete with the manual as you saw in the video. Shout out to my dad, he actually filmed me opening it for the camera. Yeah, £6, I thought it was a good price there. It's a little bit more on eBay. And this is a bit of a collector's hack, if you like. I bought FIFA 2003. Now I actually have loads of copies of this game. And I only buy it because it's only £1. And it comes with an official GameCube case. And to get an official GameCube case for £1 is good, but to also get a game for that as well is really good. So yeah, if you can find, like, if you bought Double Dash and it had a bad condition case, you just pay £1 to get one of these cases, which is in good condition, and swap it out for a sake of £1 is really good. But this one's actually going to be a condition upgrade for my collection, so as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful condition. And I think this is like my 6th copy of this game, which is crazy. I've just got them all stacked up in a box. But yeah, good to keep out of the back for spare cases. The next few bits were from the Carboot, and that is a PS4 Paladone clock. Now, I've not tested this, but there's not really much that can go wrong with these things. It just charges up by micro USB. So I got that and this really random, don't know nothing about this, McDonald's original PlayStation demo disc. And it's demo 1. So the first one. And they were £1 for both. So I thought, well, that's a bit of a bargain. This was also a really bargain. Peach's Castle. Now, I do have this, but I have got a big box of Mario doubles that I keep making mistakes at the Carboot thinking I haven't got it. So I'll probably bundle this with that and get a few more quid for the bundle. And this was, yeah, only £1, like I said, so that was really good. Should be able to, I think that's got to bump up the bundle like a £5, isn't it? The next free games for £2, and that's Guitar Hero World Tour. That is complete. Facebreaker KO Party. Now I don't like wrestling, but I do quite like boxing, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't see this one very often either. And then I got this one, We Love Golf, purely because it is developed by Capcom, which I think is pretty cool. And again, complete manual. They're all in lovely condition, them games. The next thing was also from the Carboot, and that is this really cute Diddy Kong small plush. Now, I'm not really sure what the year is this from, because look at his hat covering his eyes. It's got no year on the tag, and I have a bit of a question mark that I wonder if you can help me out with. He is official Nintendo, it's obviously official, you can see by the tag, but the hat seems a bit off to me. If you look at the edges, they don't quite meet up, and also, if you look really close, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it actually says Ninlendo, not Nintendo. There's no cross on the T. So yeah, really confused, but he was only £2 off like a massive game install. The rest of the games were like really expensive, but yeah, he was only £2 and I was really pleased to add him to my collection. I do have quite a lot of Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong plushies, so yeah, he's going to be added to that stack. And And next is the Retro Realm, which I love the Retro Realm. Retro Realm Ipswich, if you haven't been, it's so good. The owner, Scott, is literally one of the nicest people you'll meet. And he has subscribed to my channel, so thank you very much, Scott. And from his shop, I bought Game Boy Advance FIFA 06. Now, this is actually a really rare game because, obviously, the DS came out in 2004, and obviously this is 2006. Not many people were buying GBA games in 2006, so that's really cool. I will just open it up quickly and show you inside, if I can. Could have cut this really, couldn't I? But never mind, we're here now. We have the tray with the cartridge, both in really good condition. We have the health and safety booklet and the manual. And the next one is another football game. I seem to be coming across football games quite a lot lately for like retro consoles. I bought World Cup 98 on the N64. This one hasn't got a manual, unfortunately, but I bought just because of the absolutely amazing condition. Now it's N64 FIFA 98. Now, like I say, it is a shame it hasn't got the manual, but it's only a tenner. Inside, we have an original... Hang on, doesn't really want to come out. There we go. An original insert and N64, like, sort of health and safety booklet. And also the cartridge, which is in really nice condition. And I do really enjoy these football games on N64. My favourite is the World Cup 98. So I bought it years ago loose. Actually found it in a charity shop. But I just think that they're really fun games on the N64. I think they've aged really well, which I think a lot of games on the N64 haven't actually aged very well. I just thought I'd add this quickly at the end. Scott from Retro Realm has actually got a YouTube channel called Sega Zombie, which you should go and check out if you haven't already. He doesn't upload very often, but they are really good videos of shop stuff. He's got his own game room, obviously, because that's for Sega a lot. He's got hundreds of Sega games. So yeah, if you haven't already, please do check that out. So thank you for watching this video. Quite a lot. I did quite a lot today. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!